What if all the chaos in life wasn't random at all? What if your successes and your failures actually followed a predictable pattern, a rhythm you could learn to master?
Dear book lovers, what if you could finish an entire book in just minutes? Welcome to another insight-packed book summary episode of Summaripedia. We are here to bring you more titles in less time.
In this episode, we are going to explore the important and highly practical lessons from the book Seasons of Life by the one and only Jim Rohn. It's a book that offers a timeless map for navigating pretty much everything life throws at you.
So at the very heart of what Ron is talking about is this really powerful but super simple metaphor. Life operates in seasons, just like nature. He believed that understanding this pattern is the master key to success.
This one single idea, it's the cornerstone of his entire work. And it's not just some nice-sounding poetry, it's a practical framework for your life. And here's the key thing to get. Just as winter is always followed by spring, every period of difficulty is inevitably followed by a period of opportunity. That cycle is absolutely unbreakable.
So you might be asking, who is this for? Well, it's really for anyone out there who feels like they're searching for a better way. If you're trying to make sense of the highs and lows in your own life, or if you're trying to find that sweet spot between achievement and true contentment, then Rohn's work is basically a map for you.
Okay, so let's break this whole cycle down, starting with spring. Now, Rohn is crystal clear about this. Spring is not the time to chill. It's this short, super critical window of opportunity where you have to go all in with intense, focused action. This is when you plant the seeds.
And the work you have to do in spring, it's very specific. First, you have to seize the opportunity. You've got to get out into the field. But just showing up isn't enough. Rohn really hammers this point home. It requires massive effort. We're not talking about average, go through the motions effort. And you know what's just as important? You've got to protect your mindset. That means you're actively pulling out the weeds of worry, doubt, and all those discouraging voices that can kill your crop before it even starts to grow.
And wow, this quote just perfectly captures what's at stake here. The work of spring takes discipline, right? And yeah, discipline can feel painful sometimes. But Rohn's powerful reminder is that this little bit of pain is nothing compared to the crushing, heavy weight of regret. The choice he lays out is brutally simple, really. Pay the price of discipline now, or pay the much, much heavier price of regret later on.
Okay, so after all that intense work in the spring, you naturally flow into summer, which is the season for nurturing everything you've planted. And summer, well, it leads directly to the fall harvest. These two seasons are totally locked together by one unbreakable rule, the law of cause and effect.
Think of it like this. Summer is the fight. It's that daily grind of protecting your good habits from all the bugs and weeds of life. The negativity, the distractions, all the bad influences. Fall, on the other hand, that's just the result. It's the moment of truth, the scoreboard. Your hard work is right there for everyone to see. You either get to enjoy the rewards of your labor, or you're left standing there making excuses. There's really no middle ground.
Now, this whole process is governed by what Rohn calls the law of sowing and reaping. It's a totally impartial, faultless law of life. It's simple, really. You get back exactly what you put in. There's no cheating the system. You can't plant seeds of laziness and doubt in your spring and then somehow expect to harvest a life full of success and fulfillment in your fall. It just doesn't work that way.
And then, after the harvest, you know what's next. Winter. Inevitably, winter comes. But here's the thing. Winter isn't the end. Not at all. It's actually a super important season for reflection, for learning, and for gathering up the strength you're going to need for the next spring.
And this brings us to a really fundamental question that Rohn poses to all of us. See, the winters of life, we're talking disappointments, major setbacks, even tragedies, they aren't a maybe. They're an it's gonna happen. They will come. The only thing you can actually control is how prepared you are. And this is where someone who is prepared completely changes the game. They turn winter from a season of just trying to survive into a season of real opportunity. It becomes the time to read, to plan, to build up that inner strength that's going to make the next spring even more successful. It's no longer an ending. It becomes this period of productive rest and strategic growth. And check this out. Rohn shares this powerful, kind of counterintuitive idea that our deepest winters, those moments where we're just flat on our back, are often the very launch pad for our biggest successes. It's right there, at rock bottom, that we find that incredible resolve to say, never again, and start climbing back up. So who was this man behind such a powerful philosophy? Jim Rohn was often called the farmer philosopher, and that title just fits him perfectly.
His wisdom? It wasn't cooked up in some university classroom. Nope, it was grounded in these timeless, super practical principles of life and nature.
You know, there's a reason his ideas have stuck around for so long. They're absolutely timeless. He was a giant in personal development for over 40 years and mentored millions of people, including, you guessed it, Tony Robbins. Rohn's real genius was his knack for finding the miraculous hidden among the common. He could take simple, common sense and turn it into these life-changing principles.
All right, so let's boil all this incredible wisdom down. How can we turn this into a simple framework that you can actually use? Let's recap the key takeaways.
Okay, so here's your Farmer's Almanac for life. First up, spring. This is your short window for massive, all-in action. Go plant your seeds. Then comes summer. This is when you gotta work constantly to protect that growth from all the negativity. Next is fall. This is the season of truth. You reap exactly what you've sown, no more, no less. And finally, winter. A time to step back, reflect, and gather wisdom. Use it to get ready for the next spring. And the big idea tying this all together? It's simple, but it's so profound. Life isn't random. Once you understand its seasons, you can navigate the challenges and really maximize the opportunities.
So I want to leave you with a question to really think about. Based on everything we've just talked about, what season of life do you feel like you are in right now? And more importantly, what's the one action you can take today to really make the most of this season or to get ready for the one that's just around the corner?
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more impactful book summaries from Summarypedia.